Today we are checking out the Kraken by Piratech. With no visual screws, it definitely makes one wonder what patented MagSnap system is. We will definitely check it out along with performance, specs, design and so much more to see if this one is worth your pocket time. Inside the nicely branded hard box you get info card, signed by Damon, and what's also interesting is that we have actual hardness reading here showing that they test each piece. The leather slip and spare hardware that is different from the rest, but more on that later. But here is the Kraken. Now it also comes in hand satin and DLC coding as well as mirror polished, I believe. Anyways, innovation, that's what companies try. One succeed, others fail. Sometimes the concept is good, but the execution sucks. Piratech is a relatively new brand, but do you know their founders, Damon and Key? Well, they have both worked at Kizer, so you might have had a chance to chat with them on Kizer live streams and elsewhere. So they decided to set sail and follow what is now their brand's philosophy: seek different. And so they did. Straight away, they launched patented MagSnap system. The knife itself features CPM S90V 3.22-inch blade, pretty average length I'd say, with extremely good edge retention. It'll probably be a bit harder to sharpen, but it should hold an edge for a while, and also has a decent corrosion resistance. Definitely more of a high-end steel, which is expected at this price point, which we'll also talk about. Ships with shape is extremely popular blade choice due to its versatility. They've added long jimping as well as this kind of notch here where you can place your index for precise cuts. Total length is 7.63 inches with titanium scales and a weight of 4.16 ounces. Handle is extremely comfortable and feels soft, dry and grippy with 180 grit quartz black bead blasted finish. Yes, I did have to write that on the paper. Design has nice place for your index and sweep that allows the finger to wrap around the handle nicely. The same sweep allows your thumb and middle finger to slip to the thumb stud for smooth deployment. Super smooth, running on ceramic ball bearings. Definitely hits the expectation of more high-end knife. I just wish there was a bit more room around the thumb stud, but I guess we have a sleeker design this way, and middle finger deployment works very well for me regardless. The axis lock is nice and grippy too. As I've said before, the hardware is different. Apparently they weren't satisfied with the regular steel springs, and many other people in the community to be honest, so they decided to go with piano strings. Again, apparently they are long lasting, keep the tension and have a nice sound, which I could agree. Where this one shines, or what's special about it, is already mentioned MagSnap system. Pretty much as it sounds, the scales magnetically snap on steel liners. That's right, these scales are held by magnets. Stated on their website that magnets could provide more than 75 newtons of force per scale, which is pretty much 7.5 kilograms of weight. But what does that mean in practical sense? As they've written, it can withstand a drop from 1 foot to carpet without scales coming apart, meaning that this should be fine even if you accidentally drop it from your hand or pockets. That's pretty cool, but we should ask ourselves why. I mean, I personally had no idea I needed magnets on my knife, but now I'm kinda questioning that lack of idea. This system actually allows for quite a few new opportunities. First of them being easy access to internals for quick cleaning and whatever you might want to do there. For total disassembly you'll have to unscrew a few screws, one. But speaking of screws, there are no visible screws whatsoever. This is not the first time a company has attempted this, but Piratech might have the best execution. Third would be customizability. Their idea is that you take the scales and snap another one and bam, you've got a knife that matches different occasions, which is actually a great solution if you like the overall design and shape, but would like different scales, you can swap them very quickly for different occasions or something. They're already offering quite a few different scales on their website, not sure if elsewhere, but yeah, you can choose from those for sure. Price on this one is $300, so definitely not budget, but let's be real, nobody expected this to be a budget knife with all the features, performance and, well, new patented system, but yeah, it still is kinda high of a price, I get it. What I imagine is that this is their first model, so they kind of had to keep the prices a bit up. It also is patented system and stuff, so you can definitely feel the quality of this thing, but do all the features justify the price? I mean, they might. I'll say that the snap-on scales are really fun. Titanium finish feels really nice and altogether gives off a nice high quality feel. As I've said, maybe a bit more room around the stud would be nice for the thumb deployment, at least for me, but the grind on the scale allows you to deploy it anyways, so you can feel no wiggle on the scales whatsoever, but I assume that if you do take them apart and some dirt does get in, then they might, wiggle a bit or just not fit so precisely, because machining is really, it's really precise, so just keep it clean, make sure that no dirt gets in, and you should be fine. But talking of dirt, magnets might attract metal shavings and stuff like that, since they do attract metal, so they're not pulling as strong since you do have a layer of titanium in between, but they still do. I don't have any metal shavings on the hand at the moment, so I can't really test how that would be, but I do assume that it wouldn't be too nice, so have that in mind if you have such an environment around you. Overall, I think we should support Piratech because they showed amazing potential with their first model. It is their first sale and I imagine that there's only more coming, perhaps something budget friendly or not, I mean who knows, but one thing is certain, they need our support, and right now I believe they definitely have mine. If they are in stock, by any chance, feel free to check Kraken out. If Kraken is out of your budget, make sure to at least give them a follow on social media and stuff like that. But what do you think about MagSnap system? Is it a good concept that should be further developed or just a fun gimmick? Kraken is for sure an interesting knife and it has a lot of EDC potential in my opinion. Popular ships with blade, interesting system, comfortable design, and the overall performance is just really good, and it all just shows how much potential Piratech has. As for the EDC words of wisdom, I'll expand on Piratech's motto, which is seek different, by quoting Albert Einstein. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. This was one of many videos from my channel, and if you enjoyed it, I'd encourage you to check out other videos that seem interesting to you. If you would like to have even more fun in the EDC community, participate in fun games and challenges, learn or just enjoy more gear, make sure to follow me on Instagram. I appreciate you sticking till the end, looking forward to hearing from you in the comments.